Our top focus on 5 Live is the war of the Sardars that's been reignited in Punjab. It's now Sidhu versus Amrinder Singh war once again. But this time the trigger is the key advisor of Navjot Singh Sidhu, Malvinder Singh Malli's pro-Pakistan statements and a very controversial statement on Jammu and Kashmir. He claimed Kashmir is a separate country and both India and Pakistan occupy Kashmir. Now, Sidhu's key aide posted a sketch of Indira Gandhi holding a gun with human skulls. Now, this back-to-back provocation have drawn sharp criticism from the Punjab Chief Minister, who's now asked Navjot Singh Sidhu to rein in his advisors and refrain from making anti-India statements. Senior Congress leader and former Information and Broadcasting Minister Manish Tiwari questioned the pro-Pakistan line, asking if such netas should even be living in India, let alone the Congress party. About a month since Navjot Singh Sidhu took over as Punjab Congress chief, and he's facing a world of troubles. Courtesy his advisor and close aide, Malvinder Singh Malli. First, he referred to Kashmir as a separate nation, and days later, he followed it up with this post. A post showing former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi holding a gun and a skull standing amid a mountain of skulls, a sketch from 1989.
मैं फोटो हटा दूं जो मैं संपादक सी ओदा ਉਹ ਤੇ ਲੇਖ ਛਪੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੋਗੇ ਆ ਲੇਖ ਨੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਵਜੋਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਬਾਰੇ ਏਜੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਆ ਇਹ ਸਾਂਝ ਖਾਤਰ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਆ
His controversial post has now opened floodgates of criticism, with leaders cutting across party lines slapping Malli for his comments on Kashmir. Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh slammed Sidhu's advisors for using atrocious and ill-conceived comments. Congress leader Manish Tiwari shared a similar sentiment.
If someone does not respect the unanimous position taken by the Indian Parliament on this issue, then a very, very serious question manifests itself that should such a person be really even a part of the country.
कुछ लोगों का कहना है कि बयान को ट्विस्ट किया गया है, वो किसी और संदर्भ में कुछ और बातें कही गई थी, उसके कुछ हिस्से को ले करके उसको आगे पीछे जोड़ करके पेश किया गया है, जो बहुधा हो जा रहा है.
The opposition has also lashed out at the Congress, reminding Sidhu of his jappi with Pakistan's army chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa.
Upon being asked as to why you hugged the army chief Qamar Bajwa and as to why you said Jeeve Jeeve Pakistan, Mr. Sidhu had replied then that my captain is not Captain Amrinder Singh. My captain is Rahul Gandhi and he had sent me to Pakistan. So of course today the question that arises is, will Mr. Rahul Gandhi answer whether he appointed the advisors of Mr. Sidhu?
जो आइडियोलॉजी नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू की है वही उनके एडवाइजर फॉलो कर रहे हैं. सिद्धू साहब पाकिस्तान गए, इमरान खान से मिले, पाकिस्तान के आर्मी चीफ बाजवा के साथ जफियां डाली. तो जब सारे देश को मालूम है कि सिद्धू साहब का ये स्टैंड है, तो वही भाषा उनके जो एडवाइजर बोल रहे हैं.
The self-goal by Sidhu's aide has once again brought the war of Sardars back on center stage. Remember when Sidhu hugged Pakistan's army chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa? He drew sharp criticism from Captain Amrinder Singh.
How can it be that every day somebody is being shot, and whether the man who pulled the trigger is to blame or the man who gives the order, which is the chief, and the chief is Mr. General Bajwa, and to say that I don't know General Bajwa, but यहाँ लिखा होता है उनके ट्यूनिक के ऊपर, that's wrong, and I think that was wrong for him to have shown the affection he did for the Pakistani army chief.
करतारपुर साहब के दर्शनों के लिए श्रद्धालुओं को बिना रोक टोक पथ प्रदान करने के यत्न कर रहे हैं और पूरी तरह से संभव है. निसंदेह जनरल बाजवा की ओर से कही गई ये बात मेरे लिए भाव जगाने वाली और भावात्मक थी, जिसके लिए स्वयं
जनरल बाजवा के प्रति मेरा स्नेह उत्पन्न हुआ।
The all-out outrage finally forced Sidhu to take note. The Punjab Congress chief summoned his aides in Patiala for an emergency meeting.
Navjot Singh Sidhu has yet to act against his aide, who is making one controversial statement after another. There is a piling pressure on Sidhu from within the Congress and the opposition parties to crack the whip in what is being seen as a big test for his leadership. With video journalist Dilip Sahu, this is Manjeet Sehgal in Chandigarh for India Today.
And Union Minister Hardeep Puri has lashed out at the Punjab Congress chief Navjot Singh Sidhu over the controversial statements made by his advisors. Now, in a tweet, Hardeep Puri said, and I quote, "One wonders if Mr. Sidhu's advisors, who have now made astounding statements of Kashmir, have drawn inspiration from his Jhappi Pappi speech at the opening of the Sri Kartarpur Sahib corridor on the 9th of November 2019, in which Mr. Sidhu extolled the virtues of his friend Prime Minister Imran Khan," unquote. Navjot Singh Sidhu in the line of fire, not just of the Bharatiya Janata Party, but also the Shiromani Akali Dal, and an attack that comes from within the Congress party, both from Manish Tiwari, former Information and Broadcasting Minister and a Member of Parliament from Punjab, and also from Captain Amrinder Singh. Joining me on India First is political analyst Daniel Francis. Iqbal Singh Lalpura represents the Bharatiya Janata Party. India Today's Rahul Srivastav also with me on the broadcast. But Daniel Francis, why would Malvinder Singh Malli, in your appreciation, make a statement as controversial as this? Kashmir is a separate country and India and Pakistan are illegal occupants. It belongs to the people of Kashmir, unquote. Why would somebody say this?
Why would somebody make a statement like that? Only that person can really say that and clarify, on what basis he made that kind of a statement. And before coming here, I spoke to some senior leaders who are in charge of the affairs of the Congress party in Punjab and otherwise. And they said that the Congress party here in Delhi did not take it quite well, and have reprimanded Sidhu and asked Mr. Malvinder Singh to go, and the other advisors who are continuously making statements that are contrarian to the view and the ideology of the party, and giving conflicting signals and creating crisis for the party. But this is basically a Congress versus Congress issue in Punjab, where the Congress, Sidhu, as he continues to put his foot in the mouth, appoints wrong advisors, which can pay a very heavy price. We can note it that the fact that the correction has been taken and both these individuals have been, for now, being kept away.
No, you say they've been asked to go. One, they haven't gone just as yet. At least that information is not in public domain. But why would such a statement be made in the first place? But, Iqbal Singh Lalpura, would the opposition, would the BJP be satisfied with Navjot Singh Sidhu distancing himself, from Pyarelal Garg or people like Malvinder Singh Malli?
Gaurav, Pyarelal Garg and Malvinder Singh Malli are the advisor or the mouthpiece or the spokesperson of the state Congress chief, PPCI chief, Navjot Singh Sidhu. We consider it a statement of the Congress president. I have already condemned it that Kashmir is an integral part of India, and we cannot listen anything on this issue. And now it is for Madam Sonia Gandhi to answer what is her stand on these issues, what is her stand on Kashmir's integrity, and what is her stand on Pakistan.
Okay, so you want a response from Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. The Akali Dal wants Rahul Gandhi to clarify. But Rahul Srivastav, you've been watching these developments, you've been watching this war of the Sardars very closely. Captain Amrinder Singh takes a very strong nationalist line. He's a soldier after all. But you have Navjot Singh Sidhu or his advisors taking a line which is completely different. So are they catering to different constituencies?
Gaurav, that's the perfect line to say constituencies. You recall when the Sidhu Amrinder drama was on, at that time we had said that despite a solution, this hatchet is never going to get buried. What is happening, Gaurav, in Punjab Congress is that there is a turf battle still raging between the two. The truce was not even temporary. Yes. It was just a fig leaf which was, or a paper, wallpaper which was put over an ugly side of the Punjab Congress politics. Now see the two statements, Gaurav. They are the key. One, that Kashmir is a country belonging to Kashmiris. One. Second, that criticism of Punjab by Amrinder Singh is not good for Punjab. Gaurav, these are very clear lines as a political signal being sent out to a certain constituency. If you talk in politics, what happened 10 years ago in one person's life, what happens today and what happens tomorrow, all is put together to create a picture. Mr. Sidhu, to up his political image, did that hug and kiss drama.
Yes.
And after that, he definitely feels that despite the criticism, he did create a constituency for himself. This is constituency building happening, Gaurav. And that at the cost of a resolution passed way back in 1994 in Indian Parliament that Kashmir is an integral part of India. So much so that we leave seats aside for it, and somebody goes and says that it is an independent country. These
Daniel
statements
Francis,
are
is that
not
what is happening? Is Navjot Singh Sidhu or his aides,
statement.
Yes, are they playing a very dangerous game here? Somebody is saying Kashmir is a separate country. The Congress cannot just distance itself from him or that individual or his leader. Look at what Manish Tiwari says. Do such people even have a right to live in our country? Because this is something which will give fuel to Pakistan to target us repeatedly. So for political gains in Punjab is a very dangerous game being played with national security.
No, absolutely. That the game that Navjot Singh Sidhu has a very big price to pay politically. But I just want to put things in perspective. Okay. See, a lot of congressmen see Sidhu as an outsider, somebody who's come from outside. He's not a dyed-in-the-wool congressman who understands the Congress position on strategic matters. Sidhu also, in his mind, is too much of an independent player. That is why he couldn't fit into the BJP. And now, with him being backed by the Gandhis and taking charge of Punjab, he's not been able to really fit into the Congress culture and the Punjab Congress culture in the way that he should fit in. If he has to succeed the way he imagines himself to succeed in Punjab, he has to work very closely with the Congress old guard. He has to work very closely with the Congress thinking and not, compromise its party's interest at any cost by the kind of adventure that he is doing in terms of, appointing people who have these warped ideas.
Warped idea, as you say. Let's listen into Manish Tiwari, former Information and Broadcasting Minister, Member of Parliament from Punjab. Let's listen into Manish Tiwari before I come back to Iqbal Singh Lalpura for his response. Let's listen in. Manish Tiwari.
If someone does not respect the unanimous position taken by the Indian Parliament on this issue, forget political parties, this is the unanimous national position on this issue, then a very, very serious question manifests itself that should such a person be really even a part of the country? The right to dissent also has certain limitations and boundaries.
Right to dissent also has certain limitations and boundaries. Does such a person have a right even to live in India, let alone be a part of the Congress party, says Manish Tiwari. Iqbal Singh Lalpura, would opposition BJP be satisfied with this response? I mean, it's one former union minister to a member of parliament of the Congress. 3, what is it that Amrinder Singh says? Atrocious, ill-conceived, against India's interests. Would that satisfy the opposition, sir?
Gaurav, there are two aspects of the same story. One is supporting the Pakistan stand by Navjot Sidhu and his advisors. The second is their silence over destruction of the statue of Maharaja Ranjit Singh.
Yes,
I can understand that the family of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and Maharaja Ranjit Singh himself was opposed by family of Captain Amrinder Singh and Phulke estate. But what about Taru Singh's Gurdwara? That has been sealed by the government of Pakistan. The great Shaheed who laid down his life there. So this is the Congress stand. Is not clear whether they are supporting the Sikh cause in Pakistan or they are supporting the Pakistan and Kashmir. They should clarify it.
Fair enough. Rahul Srivastav, can the Congress central leadership distance itself from this statement, saying either what, you heard the remarks that came in, Harish Rawat saying perhaps he was quoted out of context or misquoted, tod maror ke pesh kiya gaya is what he said. Will that satisfy this, or will this have consequences for the Congress in elections?
Gaurav, this is and this should have consequences. Gaurav, it's not a matter to be left aside. Till a few days ago, Mr. Sidhu was damaging the Congress party. When he shows in the Mrs. Indira Gandhi, an ex-prime minister killed by terrorists, standing with a gun among skulls, is he hurting the nation only? He's hurting the Congress party. And if Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi were part of a beautiful sweetheart deal in which Sidhu was given the presidency of Punjab, then can they stay silent about the grandmother of Rahul Gandhi? It's up to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. But Daniel is a very good friend. I respect his political assessment. What Mr. Sidhu might not know about the Congress, might be playing a game of one-upmanship. But one should be remembered that as a member of parliament in the past, he should know the stated position of India and Indian parliament and Indian constitution, Gaurav. This has gone beyond it. The constituency cultivation has gone beyond a point now. Sidhu, a front foot batsman, opening batsman, has not commented on it. Amrinder is. The Congress top brass has not rejected these statements. So is the Congress speaking in two voices? One is the strident position for which the secessionists may like, and the other spoken by Amrinder Singh. Which one of this is true? So the real Congress has to stand up in this.
Okay. Daniel Francis, will the real Congress stand up? Also the point, are Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra okay with this insult to not just their grandmother, but a former Prime Minister of India? Indira Gandhi is shown standing on a mountain of skulls.
No, I fully agree with Rahul's assessment that this issue is not an ordinary issue. It is an issue that which can cost the Congress dearly. And now we'll have to wait and watch that what is Sidhu really up to in terms of whether he is the gun that is going to backfire on the Congress or not. And Congress party in Delhi here has not taken the kind of statements that have come out of Sidhu's aid very, very, they are taking it very, very seriously. And I'm told that it has been communicated to him very, very seriously. Now, whether he does that kind of course correction, whether he puts himself on a path where he's developing his own constituency at the cost of a national party that has a clear position on these matters, time will tell. But I would admit that Sidhu is a gun that can backfire on the Congress.
Sidhu is a gun that may backfire on the Congress party. What is Malvinder Singh Malli's reaction to these statements? Let's also listen in before I bring in Iqbal Singh Lalpura once again.
ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਐਂਟੀ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਨੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੇ, 89 ਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਦੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੇ ਨੌਕਰੀ 'ਚ ਲਿਆ, ਮੈਂ ਫੋਟੋ ਹਟਾ ਦੂੰ। ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਸੰਪਾਦਕ ਸੀ ਉਹਦਾ, ਉਹ ਤੇ ਲੇਖ ਛਪੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੋਗੇ ਆ ਲੇਖ ਨੇ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਵਜੋਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਬਾਰੇ ਏਜੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਆ, ਇਹ ਸਾਂਝ ਖਾਤਰ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਆ।
Would this explanation, Iqbal Singh Lalpura, be satisfactory in case the Congress party's central leadership says they are unhappy with it, they are distancing themselves with it? Now it's up to Sidhu whether Sidhu distances himself from people like Pyarelal Garg and Malvinder Singh Malli.
Malvinder Singh Malli is very clear about his agenda. He is accusing Indira Gandhi for the murder of innocent Sikhs. That is the stand of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And this man, now it's for the Congress to decide whether they accept this and offer an apology to the Sikh masses for the innocent killing of Sikhs. It is for the Congress, that is Madam Sonia Gandhi only, because she is the president, not Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He is only acting as president.
Okay. Rahul Srivastav, given the situation in Punjab, the Congress party, which was seen as being in the pole position in fighting, the BJP and the Akali Dal, the manner in which they are positioned in Punjab, and the Aam Aadmi Party, will this ultimately end up being advantage Aam Aadmi Party, or ultimately it will be advantage Congress?
Gaurav, what one can say is that a lot of water has to flow down the 5 rivers in Punjab. But one thing is there, that this is going to hurt the Congress party. Indira Gandhi, with a gun in her hand, standing among skulls, is bringing back the ghost of 1984 nightmare lived by the Sikh community all over the country. Why should that be back in the public domain? Second, the bigger question, Gaurav, here is that if this is a sign of a very strong internecine war between the top two in Punjab Congress. That means the Congress is working against its own interests. Third very important point, is this the cost India is going to pay, that for a few votes more, leaders of Punjab Congress are going to take positions which are dear to the heart of secessionists and anti-India forces. These are the 3 templates Rahul Gandhi, Mrs. Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi need to answer today.
Oh, absolutely. And Daniel Francis, just quote saying that the Congress central leadership is unhappy. Will that be enough? Because Indira Gandhi shown standing on a mountain of skulls in Punjab clearly cannot be acceptable even to Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, even if they want Navjot Singh Sidhu to have an upper hand in Punjab over Captain Amrinder Singh.
No, we have had so many instances where political parties have, like that Sanjay Nirupam in that Congress magazine, the kind of stuff that was written against Mrs. Gandhi, and we all knew that she was upset about it, but no action was taken. Sometimes political parties do ignore these things as misadventure. But we will have to really wait and watch whether there's a Congress moderate and a Congress extremist in Punjab, and whether that fight intensifies. And but Congress as a party in Punjab cannot have an extremist view. It cannot have sympathies towards Pakistan. It cannot have sympathies towards Khalistan. And if this is what Sidhu is trying to create, or his team is trying to create deliberately and chart out a new political cause for the Congress party, the writing is on the wall that it will pay a huge political price, because with great efforts and great political delicate maneuvering, the Congress had come out of the ghost and the insurgency that was in the 80s and the 90s.
But before I let you all go, that's the point that the BJP is raising, that Navjot Singh Sidhu is backed by Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. He has the backing of the Gandhis, he has the backing of 10 Janpath, and then we see posters like this on 1984 coming up, or we see support for a separate Kashmir or Pakistan. What does all of this indicate? The BJP says this indicates tacit backing of the Gandhis.
Gaurav, in the Congress, a section of the Congress in Punjab is very happy for the kind of embarrassment that Sidhu is facing. and the kind of embarrassment the Gandhis are facing, because it is drawing the point home that, listen, see whom you have appointed. He doesn't understand anything that the Congress stands for, or even your grandmother stood for. This is a matter that will go a long way, because I feel personally the battle between Sidhu and Captain Amrinder Singh will continue, and the Congress will be the entity that will pay a price for it.
Daniel Francis and Iqbal Singh Lalpura, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Rahul Srivastava, stay with me. Another big story we're focusing on is coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti, former chief minister of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, appears to be threatening the centre once again. This time, drawing a parallel or a comparison with Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan. Mehbooba Mufti warned, if the government doesn't restore the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, then it would likely have to flee like America fled from Afghanistan. Listen in.
If provocative had a substitute, it would have been Mehbooba Mufti. Since the abrogation of Article 370, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir has been issuing threats to the Modi government to restore it. But here comes another shocker from the PDP chief. Mehbooba Mufti has now compared the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan with Kashmir's situation.
हिम्मत चाहिए बर्दाश्त के लिए, जो भी जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग बर्दाश्त कर रहे हैं, मगर जिस वक्त ये बर्दाश्त का बांध टूट जाएगा तो तब आप भी नहीं रहोगे, मिट जाओगे। बार बार मैं कहती हूं कि हमारा इम्तिहान मत लो, सुधर जाओ, समझ जाओ। पड़ोस में देखो क्या हो रहा है, पड़ोस में देखो क्या हो रहा है। इतनी बड़ी ताकत अमेरिका, उनको भी वहां से बोरिया बस्तर लेके वापस जाना पड़ा।
As if this wasn't enough, Mufti then went a step further. She urged the BJP to hold talks with the people of Jammu and Kashmir, or the centre should be prepared for grave consequences. PDP's former ally, the BJP, was quick to slam Mufti.
आपको मौका है अभी भी, जिस तरह वाजपेयी जी ने बातचीत शुरू की थी जम्मू कश्मीर में, यहाँ बाहर के साथ भी और यहाँ भी उसी तरह आप भी जम्मू कश्मीर में बातचीत का सिलसिला शुरू करो। ये तो लगता है कि हम बड़े छोटे से यहाँ क्या, ये क्या कह रही है, ये क्या बिगाड़ेगी, मगर कभी कभी एक चींटी जो हाथी के सूंड में घुस जाती है तो वो उसका जीना हराम कर देती है।
जब जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता ने महबूबा मुफ्ती को रिजेक्ट कर दिया है तो महबूबा मुफ्ती को तालिबान याद आ रहा है। क्या महबूबा मुफ्ती जम्मू कश्मीर के अंदर तालिबानी राज चाहती हैं? क्या महबूबा मुफ्ती तालिबान जैसे निजाम को चाहती हैं कश्मीर में?
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also condemned Mehbooba's remark.
I think playing on words by a chief minister, former chief minister, especially on these kind of subjects, at this time and juncture, I would think is avoidable. India, J&K, Jammu and Kashmir has always been a part of India.
In Afghanistan, girls are now being forced to marry insurgents. Women have lost their hard-won rights. Everyone is in a desperate bid to escape the war-torn country, and comparing it to Kashmir is a new low now for PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti. Bureau Report, India Today.
Rahul Srivastava with me on this big story. Rahul, we were talking about statements that are being made by leaders in Punjab. The election is the reason there. What's the reason in your appreciation of Mehbooba Mufti saying, "Sudhar jao, America ko boria bistara bandh ke jana pada, yahi hoga Kashmir mein"? Or words to that effect?
Gaurav, compare, if you take from the last discussion we had, it was basically constituency creation. You see, she was teaching in an area in South Kashmir. That's her stronghold. That's the PDP stronghold in Kashmir. That's the area which is known for a lot of terror and insurgency activity. And that is why That's where PDP chief has made this statement. She is basically catering to a constituency where people might have, she feels that people might accept or it might find better resonance. And that is what the dangerous element is. You see, using Taliban, India being thrown out, all these terms do have a deeper political social impact, because what it is not realized that what Taliban entry and America's exit is doing to the people of Afghanistan. Is PDP ready for the consequences, Taliban-like consequences? No, certainly not. But these are very dangerous statements which are constantly made by political parties, especially by somebody like Mehbooba Mufti. She has been known that she has talked about bloodshed at the start when the Article 370 was being abrogated.
Yes.
All these are talks for largely for constituencies. This was an outreach program for mainstreaming a party in that region. And this is an attempt to equate, and there is a very clear politico-religious line also, Gaurav, if you realize, because what Taliban represents is not just as a rebel force, but also with a certain ideology, Gaurav.
Hardline Islamist ideology. Now in Jammu and Kashmir, that's a place that's known for Kashmiriyat. That's a place that's known for moderate form of Islam. But do some of our political leaders want to bring Taliban kind of implementation of hardline Islam in Jammu and Kashmir? Well, the security forces are on standby to deal with any fallout. Rahul Srivastava, for the moment, many thanks for joining me, but it's not all roses for Taliban, or it's not an easy road ahead for Taliban in Afghanistan. The fierce fighters of Panjshir are taking on the Taliban.